Hi, my name is Ross Magnaye. Welcome to Serai restaurant in Melbourne CBD. This is my restaurant. Serai is a modern Australian Filipino restaurant focusing on a lot of Australian ingredients with Filipino flavors. The vibe is fun, loose, wild and loud. This side of the city is hot. I think it's a very Melbourne thing to be hidden in a laneway, and people love that, so I think this is a perfect spot for us. So it's Australian ingredients, Filipino flavors, everything cooked over the fire. I think it's super important for us, not just for the customers, but the way we cook staff meal, because everything kind of hits the fire, and it makes everything better. Tastes better, smells better, everything's amazing. So normally it's like over the fire called palayok. Palayok is this kind of like a pot, or you can use a wok as well, that you cook like stews, stir fries, vegetables and stuff, and I think it enhances the flavor of it, so yeah. Food for me is the best love language that you can express, and I think that food is like one of those things, it sounds cliche, but one of those things that like could bring two cultures together. Because for example, like two of you can't speak the same language, but if you offer someone food and drink, and I think it just breaks any barrier that's there. We actually do staff meal twice a day, which is important for us. Sometimes when it's super busy days, we can't really sit down together, but as much as we can, at the end of the night, we try to sit down, right? And when we do staff meal, it's kind of like, make sure there's protein, there's a veg, there's a carb, so it's kind of like a balanced diet. Today we're eating this dish called binagoongan, using Western Plains pork belly. Basically it's like a Filipino stew. You take the pork, it's very simple, you cut it, dice it, and then saute it with onion and garlic, put it in the pot and the wok in the wood fire, and then that's it. You add the bagoong, which is a Filipino shrimp paste, coconut cream, cook it down, and add the vegetables. Tomatoes, snake beans, and cook it down until it's soft and beautiful. Then the offcuts of the pork belly, we made a little bit of shumai, which is the Chinese influence for the Filipinos. So a bit of shumai, chili oil, and soy. That's it, pretty simple. Serve it in the wok, everyone just feeds themselves, so it's perfect. I think that's the way to go. Came over from Philippines when I was in primary school, and my grandma used to have a restaurant overseas, so food has always been part of our culture, from birthdays, weddings and baptisms and any celebration. And I think that's why growing up I've eaten a lot of good food, because my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family, they're both like amazing cooks. That's why food has always been a part. I left high school and then went to cooking school at William Anglis, and when I was there I just worked everywhere for free and started everywhere, so I got the experience, right? The thing about the young chefs, you want to keep them motivated and inspired, right? Because we'll do big weeks here, and you can tell everyone's tired, but you're giving them a bit of a lift, like, hey, I reckon you should do this staff meal because I know it's delicious, and they'll be like, yeah, I want to do it. Or like organize the staff meal a couple of days before, like, what should we order tomorrow? Like, should we order pasta, spaghetti? Like, I'll say like, oh, like the pasta you made last time was amazing. Can you make it again? And they love that, and they put their own twist in it, and you allow the chefs to be creative at the same time. Not just like tell them like, this way you should cook. Nah, you gotta give it a bit of freedom. I think staff meal is like a key. It's part of keeping people happy. Staff meals, staff drinks, making sure everyone's fed and happy, and bringing people together through staff meal. Because if you let's say you just started work, it's a beautiful way to like meet everyone. Like you see on the table, everyone introduces themselves. I'm this, I'm that, where are you from? Perfect. Obviously everyone's got personal things going on with their lives, right? We're gonna make sure that when they come to work, they feel safe, they feel welcome, and you have a good time. Like joke around with them, like play some good music, play some tunes. Like, what's the point of having fun in the kitchen? Staff meal shows that you care about the team and the staff, and then you kind of make sure that the staff meal is of a high quality, and obviously it has to be delicious because it's a staff meal. All right, and at the end of the day, it could be a story, or it could be something cheap or fast, but as long as it's delicious. And I think it's important that kind of people have a staff meal, we have a staff meal together, or family meal together.